All right, this is another part of 250cc power wheels. And then I moved it over here and I'm gonna grind it all. All right, so I got this all grinded up. We got it right here all grinded up, on here, and all the places it's gonna be welded, down here, down there, down there. And I pre-grinded these off so it looks better, just for fun. And then I came over here and grinded pieces off while we're going up there. Got this one, this end, and then this end. When I was making this one, it was like making a knife. That's what it felt like. Then we made this one. Then I got carried away on this one. Looks good though. So now I have to go weld all that up. Alright, so this is what I got so far because the welder doesn't work. Something's wrong with it, so I have to try and fix that. But we did weld this top part right here. And then it's still hot. We just gotta weld that. We gotta weld the bottom thing. We gotta weld all the steering. It's not even over here yet. We gotta weld that side, and then we gotta make something for this side and weld it up. So we got a lot to do, and a lot of it just isn't working right now. So this is where I'm at on 250cc Power Wheels build. This is where it sits until I fix my welder. Alright, another part of 250cc Power Wheels build, and I've been time-lapsing this whole thing. I haven't explained it yet. I had my grandpa come over, we fixed the welder. It was a spool thing, it was too tight, so the wire didn't want to come out. So now I was welding all day. Re-welded all that stuff here because it was all just, it popped and it was just ugly and it was not strong. So I grinded it all, re-welded it in every spot in the front that I welded. Here, all there, on the bottom. Welded this bar on. Then I made this bar, and then welded these two bars on. Welded this on. Now it's a rolling chassis. And now I need to figure out how to get this in the back here. And we gotta keep just welding the frame. So that's where I'm at right now. Alright, so I'm back here, and I made 4 of these tabs. And they'll go on here. And then they'll weld up to the frame I have here, so they'll go down. So this thing is lower on the thing, so I don't sit like above the body. I'll be like in it. So this will sit lower, about an inch or so, 2 inches, because it's gonna be like in the middle here. So it will go down about an inch, and then that will be on there. I don't know if I want to bolt it yet, because I can't get the bolt, or I'll just weld it, but I do want to drop it down 1 inch, so that's where I'm at right now. On 250cc Power Wheels. Alright, so now I got this moved back over here. Let's move that too. We got the chain back on and we got the engine in. Well, partly. We don't have a bolt in that one. I could just put it in, but I didn't. This one's just partly on. And we don't have a mount in the front. So, no mount at all anywhere. So I gotta build a mount out of the bracket set or somewhere. Then the steering has got to be chopped like right here so it doesn't hit the mount. And we got to weld up our steering that goes to the back that I designed. And then this is where it's going to be. We're going to build that frame in the back, but I need to know where the chain was to see that. But the chain's loose, and because it's loose, it hits that. So I got to figure out how to tighten the chain so it doesn't hit that. Got the frame all figured out. Hopefully I can do all that with the engine in here. Hopefully I don't have to take it back out to keep doing this. So I'm gonna figure out where to put all that, probably under there for now, and move it back and continue. That's where I'm at right now. So I got everything in. I got this bolted up, I got this bolted up down here. You still gotta make this mount up here. I just have everything tucked in here so I can roll it back over there. Or this chain doesn't hit as much as I thought. I get back and forth a little bit. And when I do that, it like comes up because of the tension. So that's where I'm at. Right, so now we got this all welded up. So we got this here. It's not the strongest, but before I even welded it, the engine was off the frame from just the two. This is just to make sure when it rattles around, it doesn't go anywhere. But that's all welded up. So now we got the front engine mounts done. Now we got to work on getting that frame on the back here, because really the reason I put the engine is to see where the chain was to put the frame on the back. So that's what I'm gonna do next. It's another part of building 250cc Power Wheels, and I just welded this back end up. So I grinded out like little circles in here, welded that, tacked that up first. Then I tacked this one on through the inside, and then I clamped that other side, welded that up, and I finished welding them all up. So now I got this all back done here. So back frame part is done, and it clears the chain and it clears the shock and everything. So now I have to move on to the next part. Alright, so I got the steering thing in. I was a pain in the butt because I had to take this out because that that should not look like that at all. This one down here is bent, and this one up here looks like that. So I had to replace it with this spare one I had, which took forever because I had to find washers up here, and I had to make it the same length and adjust everything. But now it works. Now I just have to bolt this on, bolt on the rest of my steering. So I got all this figured out, and we got this in there. I was gonna do steering linkages, but I wouldn't know where to put it like up because I don't have the back finish, so I'm gonna keep working on the back. So I need to make the shifter, I need to make the foot pegs, I need to make the back seat, pretty much all the back stuff. Plastic Ferrari, nothing before I get the steering done, because I need to get, like I need to know where I'm putting it. So now I have this all bent up, so this is shaped because it's got to weld up to this frame that's bolted on here, so it can come off. I had the body just sitting on here. I cut the floor out since I don't need it. And then I got it all wired up. So I just gotta weld that back on. I remade this. I cut off the ends and then I cut this piece and welded it on here because it didn't sit the way I wanted it to. So now it just sit perfectly flat in there, so I can just weld it on there. So I'm gonna finish this next. Got this roll bar all welded in, really nice and strong in there all the way around on both sides. And then I cut slip through the body so we go over it, and this is what it looks like. The body will be like tipped up a little bit more like this once I finish like the front mounts and stuff, but that's roughly where it'll sit. This is what it'll look like from the back. It looks cool, nice. That's your So safe if you roll over, because it'll be like right in line with your shoulders or below your neck. So got that done. So now I'm moving on to finishing the back. Alright, so I just chopped up my old bumper from my four-wheeler, and I welded it on here. It's still smoking from it, from that side, but I welded it all on there. Welds look pretty good. So now I have something to grab. I cut off those radiator brackets out the front, welded that on there. So now it looks all nice and pretty on the front. And I have something to grab it by. So I'm going to do something else now. Alright, so this is how it sits right now. I'm done. Cleaned everything up. I'll just put away. Got the front bumper welded up. I got the back on and whole things welded up. Re-welded the front. We got the bodies on where we want them. We just gotta pay controls, and then we gotta order some parts. So once I do that, I can keep working on it and get some more controls, different steering stuff, because I don't think my idea is gonna work, and figure out some more stuff. We gotta get exhaust stuff and figure everything out. So I'm at with the 250cc Power Wheel build now.